Good day. Little trade recap. I Last night I took it pretty chill until Asia Open. That's when I saw this pattern over here. Obviously, the intraday was kind of just a downside trend, right? I mean, it consolidated, manipulated the highs, and then distributed the lows. Once it broke point of control, it just continued melting for a lower low. So that being said, when the market closed, earnings just continued pushing it further down. At some point, I knew there was going to be a low of some sort that was going to be where the price would likely reverse, and then it sure did. So this pattern here, perfect pattern, perfect reversal pattern. You have long wick at the bottom, bodies are closing within the range, and then you have a right shoulder was perfect, like it's just equals. So inverse head and shoulders, it led into an impulse candle, pretty decent amount of volume for overnight, right off the rip of Asia Open. At that point, I knew we were bullish. There was no, I didn't hesitate. I didn't question it. That the impulse candle leading into a retest of 20T. 20T held, and then another pretty decent trend with clean candle. Now I didn't enter that one because I was busy doing something else. And then when I came back to my computer, I was like, oh, okay, I have an entry here. Let me see if I can, set myself at the 20T and just limit there. I had 4 blocks of 5 units, and they all triggered. I managed to catch 50, I think 58 points ish. I targeted the upper daily expected move, which is a priced in move. Every day, every day, every week, every month, every quarter, they are priced in expected move that I go and fetch on a specific website, and then I put them on the chart and I send them inside the private community. Those moves are absolutely a hack. Like they're very precise, as you can see. I mean, that was our ceiling, right? So at this point, we're in a bearish trend. It did retrace, and again, I mean, I'm gonna emphasize that beautiful strategy. 50%. It retraced 50% as per usual, and then it reached a resistance, even marked as an equal high, where they trapped liquidity, and that's where you can see right here in my volume profile. You can see it's all bullish, and then it's not. Then the bears take over and it's neutral, and they can't push it any higher. They refuse to push it any higher, despite the fact that there is buying orders over here. But that's also due to 200T. So of course, if this ends up being a higher low and then we trickle above, it'll retest, sweep, and then continue higher, because we've been under 200T for a while, right? It doesn't stay under very long, and it keeps going under, then it goes above, it tries again, can't, it goes under, then you get a trend. At some point, it goes above and it trends above. So that's pretty much what we're waiting for. I guarantee it's going to be in the coming week. Either that, or we, continue a little higher, a little lower, to form a lower low, and at some point it's going to stop, reverse, and go back above 200T. By default, it's a 200 moving average. So it's 200 candle average, and based on volume as well. So volume will come in eventually. The I took the trade. I was confirmed. I could honestly, if I really wanted to, I could have increased my position whenever it captured point of control for the end of the trend. I didn't, but you could if you want to. I mean, you could probe in here. It's overnight, right? I mean, the price action overnight is very slow. It's not much of a crazy trending price action. I mean, it's very boring. So usually you send and forget. The thing is even if it's overnight, it's still trending. It doesn't matter. It's still a very good opportunity um, to trade. So once it captured it, I was right, and then it took profit, and when it came back, I had 3 blocks. Yeah, 3 to 4 blocks up there. I did not want to push any higher simply because the volume profile did not show me any more heavy buyers at that point. I'd rather play it safe. It's a down. We're in a downtrend. The 50% had to retrace and then retest. Like if we would have broke here, hit previous week low, come back, retest, and then go, it would have been valid. Even intraday would have been valid for a wick into a higher low, and then at least a test of resistance or 200T or the upper weekly. But also another reason is the upper weekly is in the middle of that neutral area here. So I did not want to risk it. Even here, it's probably going to chop here too at that level because there's everybody that didn't exit or trapped here is probably got some take profit over here. That being said, easy trade. I didn't I didn't play intraday. And I even said in the channel, I said, careful guys, it's going to be a choppy day. We're going to be looking at a very range bound price action. And that's exactly what we had. That's exactly what happened. I mean, even with the volume, like the volume is there, but the price action is compounding. Why are they compounding liquidity? I also mentioned that. Tomorrow, IPO. They're going to need liquidity. What's the best way to get liquidity? You chop people out of positions. It's that simple. It is just that simple. I mean, you could have short from the resistance. I mean, these wicks over here, they really, first of all, I failed to create a higher high. That's a lower high, and they're two massive wicks, so you know they swept bearish liquidity, and then you could have shorted here, sure, all the way down to value low, and then exit at the wicks. But other than that, I mean, it's range bound. So if this is a true higher low and we're not going for previous day low, that would be our swing low. We are likely to continue back up. Again, this would be the confirmation of bullish or bearish. So far, I mean, it's pretty neutral. Clearly, you can see it's pretty equal over here. It's going to be equal over here as well. That's why I can't break up here intraday. It's that simple. Like all I'm doing is waiting for that IPO to come out. I'm gonna buy a bunch of shares. I'm gonna wait for the price action to react on futures, and then I'm gonna go in because obviously some sectors are gonna drain out, and then it's gonna roll over into tech and space sector, and then the ETF and everything that SpaceX touch basically. Everybody's gonna want a piece of the pie. And the people that are not going to take a piece of the pie, they're going to watch the pie uh, like be eaten. It's gonna grow. It's not. It's gonna have an initial pop, is my guess, and then the whole market as it is gonna get fed by something. As far as the expected move, the lower daily is still at the 200T. We did. They both hit, but they hit it like NQ hit it overnight, and then ES did just the same into now it's just trying to fetch some more lows. But there's going to be a liquidity low liquidity grab. I'm pretty certain on that. I mean, value low is down there, and then the lower weekly is over here. So we're under 200T, and it's like these are just pointing down. Like it's gonna take a while before we retrace and close above. So this just take profit, and we clearly broke this structure. So the next structure is over here. If we break that, we're gonna we're gonna aim for these lows here. We're probably gonna end up in this area over here. I mean, value lows over here, so I wouldn't be surprised if we go and fill this area here. Same for 200 for NQ. NQ is gonna likely go inside this range here. I mean, this is already under 200T. What do you think is going to happen to NQ? It's probably going to go under 200T, right? I mean, what are the chances that it does not? I could bet you in either tomorrow or in the coming week, like next week, we're under 200T on NQ by default. Gamma on ES went to 7,700, which is wild because it was like it went here and then it went here and then it went here and then now it's way above. So we're not bullish. Like we're not crazy bullish. The gamma hedgers are not going to be bullish until we break above gamma or gamma retrace a little bit. So which is likely going to retrace to 7,400, 7,500 ish area in the futures. Beside that, the money flow index is draining. You can see they're draining liquidity from Nasdaq 100. It's all for the IPO. I mean, that's just it. We just gotta wait for the reaction of that thing to come out and then play the game. Same thing here. That's forming a pattern. It's consolidating. It's tightening. Same here. It's consolidating, tightening. Still at support. Now though, where I'm looking at a gravestone doji candle on the semiconductors, so there's potential low coming in compared to DRAM, which DRAM seems bullish still, but it is at resistance. So I mean, it has to close above, has to break above to be back in bullish territory. Beside that, I mean, look at all this liquidity below. I'm gonna keep my eyes on this gravestone doji because that's pretty important on the daily time frame. If that comes down, it probably will break support and then head for these lows over here. Beside that, that's pretty much all I have. I mean, ETF Mag 8 ETF is below 200T. There's an RL over here, so we're support over here. We're probably gonna retest this tomorrow, and then I wouldn't be surprised if over the weekend we kind of shoot down. But as far as right now, they're draining the market. It's that simple. There's nothing like It's not rocket science. They're just draining the market. So that's all I got for today. I like the overnight. Overnight's been so clean, like absolutely so clean for many days now. You get really good intraday, and then it leads to a nice overnight, and then leads to chop, like consolidated price action. Anybody played this is probably not as much in profit as this. I mean, that was nearly $33,000 overnight. Like, just make it simple. Don't make it harder. Make your life more simple. Yes, it's overnight. Yes, it's slow. Yes, it sucks. It's not always pristine. But when the signal shows up, play the 50% rule. Get get taken out at a decent level, and then go about your day. What are you gonna do when the whole market is 23.6? Like the whole narrative is gonna change when people are gonna be able to buy their shares after hours. It's There won't even be an after hour. There's gonna be a daily candle and a weekly candle, and then that's it. So like it's going to be a whole different type of price action. The certain AMD setup that happened intraday is not going to happen anymore, because they're just going to be able to log on or set up a special algorithm that's going to buy their shares overnight, or the price action is going to change. I can't confirm what kind of changes is going to be happening, but I can definitely tell you that the price action is going to change for sure. There's no way that that news is not going to modify the action of intraday compared to overnight. So especially under gamma, play the game. Like under gamma is just such a great price action. It's absolutely my favorite of all. I mean, I've made more money in the past 2 weeks than I've made in the entire year. It's absolutely bonkers. And I mean, everything is also shared in the private community: levels, trades, uh, bias, thesis, everything. So, yeah, come join us.